Hello, beloved audience, and welcome back to another episode of From the Shelf with our last episode of Musical March.
Now this is more like it.
Oh Lord, this one.
Now this was more like it.
What are we looking at today?
Well, before we announce what we're gonna look at, instead of waiting for the end like we've been doing, maybe we should get back to talking about what we watched before our reviews.
I still haven't watched anything.
Well, why do you have to do schoolwork? Why do you have to be a functioning adult?
Because
do you want to succeed in life? Is that what you want?
I have to make money.
Well, do you want, why are you trying to succeed in life?
Because I need to live. I need money. I need to live.
It's overrated. Then I guess I have to be the one on the floor again, since Annalise doesn't want to contribute.
It's not that I don't want to contribute. I just am busy.
Whatever. I actually managed to sit through The Exorcist.
Oh, good for you.
I have several bottles of urine because I pissed myself.
That's nasty.
It was horrifying. It's still freaky.
Both you and Frankie are pansies.
I've seen the damn movie multiple times. He hasn't seen it once.
It's not scary anymore. It's not.
The effects aren't as scary. Well, except for the white face of the demon just popping up. That's actually pretty chilling.
Yeah, I expected that, though, because I've seen it before. Like, I've seen that face before.
The mood it creates is just what gets me.
Yeah, I mean, like, the atmosphere, sure, but...
That's what gets me the most.
It's just not scary to me.
You are a troubled child. But that's enough of that. Let's get on with the review. We are going to be talking about the hit show.
Was it a hit?
I don't remember hearing nothing about this show until the movie was coming out.
Exactly. I never heard anything about it until the actual movie came out. Ugh. Let's see.
This show. This had to have been the easiest musical to write.
Probably.
I think the director or the writer of the show, they just went to their local bar for karaoke night and just wrote down all the songs that were played.
I mean, it had to have been successful. It was on Broadway from 2009 to 2015.
Yeah, it's probably just a bunch of drunk dads going.
I mean, it's all 80s songs.
Exactly, drunk dads.
Yeah, and I mean, it went on tour until like 2019. So
again, I think it just caters to the karaoke crowd.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like it. If you don't know, like Moulin Rouge is a jukebox musical. This is also a jukebox.
Yeah, but those songs actually kind of fit with what's going on in the show. The songs have nothing to do with anything.
Some of them do, but not like...
I can think of maybe two songs.
Which one?
I've Been Waiting for a Girl Like You and Heart in My Heart. I think those are the only two songs that actually fit in what's going on in the terms of the story of this film. Everything else is literally just put the quarter in the jukebox and let it ride.
Yeah. On the actual like production, they put in the final countdown. I don't think they do that here.
Who would sing that?
I don't know. Yeah, it's not in the movie. I don't know.
Me either.
So let's get into our cast list, and it's a doozy.
Well, first of all, I think we should address who directed this.
Who directed it?
Adam Shakeman.
I still don't know who that is.
He directed Hairspray, Annalise. One of your favorite musicals, and you don't even know the director.
You don't care.
Jesus Christ.
Tobey Maguire was a producer.
We would like to thank Marvel for giving Tobey Maguire a second chance at a career.
What the hell?
Yeah, let's see what Adam Shakeman's notable contributions to the society of cinema have been.
Why the fuck did he produce this?
Maybe he just liked karaoke night.
I guess. Oh my god. Anyway.
He directed The Wedding Planner. Gross. A Walk to Remember. Bringing Down the House. Cheaper by the Dozen 2. Hairspray. Bedtime Stories. Rock of Ages. And Disenchanted.
I still haven't seen that.
It sucked.
That's what I heard.
So he's really only got one good film under his belt.
I like bedtime stories.
Ugh.
Anyway, let's get into it. So we have friend of the podcast Tom Cruise as
Tom is back, ladies and gentlemen.
He's back.
And all.
I've been waiting
For a girl like him, I mean, I can understand why you would call him a girl.
He does have long hair in this one.
He does.
Julianne Hough is Sherry.
You just gotta face facts. The hairstyle in Mission Impossible 2 just didn't work for you, my guy. Let it go. We all have.
He can't. Anyway, we have Julianne Hough as Sherry. Diego Boneta as Drew.
I smell a career that went nowhere.
Yeah, like what? I don't even know what has he been in.
I know he was in Scream Queens, the Fox TV show.
Yeah,
I actually really liked that show, but he was the weakest link of that show. So
apparently, he was in Pretty Little Liars, but he's in something this year that says At Midnight. I guess it's a movie.
I don't know.
But
hasn't done anything worthwhile.
Yeah. Yeah, the last thing he was in came out this past February. But I don't know. I don't think it was very popular.
Probably not. Let's get who else is in this freaking movie?
Malin Akerman. There's a little
Malin Akerman. Yeah.
Yeah, I say there's a symbol above the A in her last name. Akerman. As Constance Sack, who's an interviewer. Alec Baldwin, of all people.
Okay, can we just talk about how Alec Baldwin couldn't give a fuck about this movie?
Not at all.
He's literally every shot he is in, he is staring down the craft service table, going, "Ooh, is that a bear claw?"
I say he's just ready for lunch break.
Every shot he's in, he is staring down that table.
He plays Dennis. Catherine Zeta-Jones as Patricia Whitmore. Brian.
I really don't have all I have is she likes being in a relationship with a corpse.
Oh, she's married to like an old man, isn't she?
Yeah, Michael Douglas.
Oh yeah. Bryan Cranston as Mike Whitmore. Very small role though.
How dare you waste?
I'd say
what's the smaller role for Bryan Cranston? This or Godzilla?
I haven't seen Godzilla, so I don't know.
You haven't seen Godzilla?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, producer boyfriend Daniel, you need to work on that.
He'll probably freak out and make me watch it. So
well, you heard it here, Daniel. You heard it on the podcast. She hasn't seen 2014 Godzilla. Fix this. Chop chop.
Chop. And Russell Brand as Lonnie.
I don't even think he was supposed to be here. I think he just showed up.
He just wandered on set.
Well, yeah, there's a scene in the movie where he just shows up, so I pretty much think that's how that happened. And he just kind of showed up, like, I need work. I'll do it. Russell, we don't have a part for you. I want to be in the film.
Make me a role.
Please, I need to settle my alimony payments.
Oh my god. Ugh. I still can't believe what he did to Katy Perry. Anyway, we have Paul Giamatti as Paul Gill.
In a fantastic ponytail.
It's not, though. It's awful.
And an 80s porn stash. It's great.
Yeah, honestly. And then Mary J. Blige as Justice, which...
You're really talented to be in this. Why are you here?
Okay, she's way too talented.
I had to think about that for a second. Like, why are you here? You don't need the money.
She doesn't. She did not need the money. Maybe she just did it as a favor. Either way.
Or blackmail.
Yeah. It could be because she outperforms everybody in this.
Well, of course, it's Mary J. Blige, and none of these are trained singers.
This is true.
Well, I think except Zeta Jones, because she was in Chicago.
Yeah. I'd say she's talented. But she only has like one.
But this movie gives her nothing to do!
I say she has one number that's a solo number, and that's it.
This film gives her nothing to do.
No.
And that's about half the cast in this. They have nothing to do. They're just there saying lines and doing barroom karaoke.
Yeah. So let's jump into it. We open up, like the opening credits is Paradise City by Stacey Jacks, Tom Cruise. I don't know.
Are you sure that's who sings Paradise City?
That's what's listed.
Because I thought that was Guns N' Roses.
Well, yes, but yeah. They all, like, every song in this movie they claim is by somebody else. Except for, like, Aerosmith, I think.
Yeah. I think a couple songs are actually sung by the correct artist in this.
Right, but only a few. But Tom Cruise opens up with Paradise City, is what I should have said. And then...
Yes, the Tom sings.
He does. He sings in this.
Do we want to talk about his singing?
Sure.
Stick to skydiving, Tom.
I don't know.
Don't quit your day job.
I didn't I don't know. It was meaningless enough for me that I didn't care.
I mean, I think that's just everyone in this film. No one's ear-bleedingly bad.
Right. No one's ear-bleedingly bad, but no one's amazing except for Mary J. Blige, of course.
Well, we don't even classify her in this talk. She's the only one safe.
Yeah, she's the only one that's safe here. So next is Sister Christian / Just Like Paradise and / Nothing But a Good Time. They mesh a lot of the songs together. So there's a lot of
But again, what do any of these songs have anything to do with what's going on? It's literally Julianne Hough's character's going to LA to pursue her dream of being a singer. Because of course.
Of course.
And
Nothing But a Good Time is when
when the bar shows up.
Yes.
And then just, I guess, getting ready for tonight's business.
Yes, that's what that is.
What does these songs have to do with that?
I don't know.
And you're going to hear me saying that a lot.
Because these songs don't really have anything to do with what's going on.
I think Shakeman just put a quarter in the jukebox and just wrote a plot around it.
You had that. There's no other way that this could have happened. I'm 95% sure that's what happened. Ugh.
Well,
Also,
I know what we're doing after this.
Yeah, right. When me and Anthony actually watched this together because
it's actually the first time we've actually taken notes together.
Yeah, so I was home. And when Alec Baldwin showed up on the screen and started singing, I looked at Anthony, I was like, what? I was flabbergasted.
I don't know if anyone heard that because she was cutting out on my end, so I'm just going to repeat. She just went, what? What? What?
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I was absolutely flabbergasted.
You're not the only one.
Oh my gosh, I started laughing so hard. But basically those first 3 songs mesh together are our introduction to our characters. And Sherry, Julianne Hough, by the end of the song she gets mugged. And Drew, who is he works at the bar, but I don't know if he's a bouncer or he serves
He's
drinks.
a bar back. I think he just he's a stock boy pretty much. I think that's what that is. Please feel free to correct us.
Please, yeah, because we're not sure.
I just know how to order the drinks and drink the drinks. I don't know anything about the working at the bar.
Yeah. So he's outside and he sees that she gets mugged. So he runs over and tries to help her. It's way too late, by the way. He's way too late to go and help her.
I know, right?
So, like, why even go over there, I guess?
Because she's hot.
I'll say, because he saw a pretty girl.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, so she needs, all of her stuff is taken, so she needs a job now. So Drew is able to get her a job at the bar, and she's a waitress. And that's where, I guess, our story, like, really begins, but Drew asks her, like, hey, I have my break in however long. Do you want to go out? And she says yes, of course, because why wouldn't she?
So he takes her to a record shop as the first date?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I guess. And this is where we get our songs Jukebox Hero and I Love Rock and Roll. Which Jukebox Hero is between Drew and Sherry, and then I Love Rock and Roll is with Lonnie and Dennis, which are Russell Brand and
I guess we're doing these songs now?
Right, like I guess so. Again, that have nothing to do with.
But that'll be your reaction throughout the entire film. Oh, we're doing this song now.
Yeah. Like, oh, I guess so.
Because the songs don't really have any cue up. They just kind of start.
Yeah, no, not at all. There's
no lead into a song.
Right, you're just thrown into a song. You're like, oh, okay, I guess so.
We're just like, I gotta cook me some chicken. I gotta cook me some chicken. He had time. What?
You cut out.
Oh, I did?
For me. So,
well, I pretty much just started singing Jukebox Hero because you'll just be like frying some chicken and all of a sudden someone's just going to start singing Jukebox Hero.
I say somebody just singing out of nowhere.
I don't know.
I have no explanation, but I guess we're just going to go with it. Ugh. But the conflict, if you can even call it that, is that the bar is like about to be shut down or something because they don't have any money.
Poor management.
They have horrible management, first of all.
Like, dude, if you don't want to run the business side of it, get someone else.
Right. Like, if you want to just party or whatever, like, that's fine. Get somebody else to take care of your expenses for you.
For real.
Maybe then you wouldn't have to worry about your bar shutting down. Also, clean it.
This is a shitty bar.
But everybody goes there.
I wasn't alive in the 80s. I didn't live on the Sunset Strip, so I really don't know what the scene was there.
Right.
So I have no frame of reference.
No. So, I don't know. But also another quote-unquote conflict is that so Bryan Cranston plays the mayor and
he's up for re-election.
He's up for re-election and Zeta Jones plays his wife and she wants to clean up the strip. So
is she also like his campaign manager or something?
I guess so. That's like how they're framing it.
Yeah. I mean, granted, I'm sure your spouse is also a big part in a, I don't know, mayor, presidency, or anything campaign. So I'm sure they play a big part, but they treat her like she's a campaign manager.
Yeah. And I mean, that's how she acts. So, but she wants to clean up the strip to make it safer for, like the kids and stuff, which I mean, yeah, like I understand that. And like, I guess that's a good, not I guess, but like, that's a good goal because kids shouldn't be like around that but why are they also why would they be out at night? Either way.
Because kids will be kids. I mean, have you not seen 80s movies? They'll be lighting up cigarettes by the time they're 5.
Oh my God. Yeah. So she garners like the support of the church-going mothers.
It's a mob of Karens, let's just be honest.
Yeah, mob of Karens. And they are completely against Stacey Jacks, Tom Cruise.
And so what do? They sing a rock and roll song.
They sing Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
Guys.
Makes sense.
If we hate rock and roll, why are we singing a rock and roll song?
And, like, without context, if you watch the scene, it looks like they're praising, because there's this poster of Tom Cruise at the front of the church, and they're like dancing and singing at it. So it looks
I
like
know.
they're praising him.
It's the cult of the cruise.
Yes, and the cult of the cruise. Completely. That's what
So
it
this
looks
is what.
like
So
without
this is what
context.
happened to Cocktails and Dreams.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened.
You think their Bible's called Coughlin's Law?
It has to be. I won't
I'd be
accept
disappointed
anything
if
else.
it wasn't.
I say I won't accept anything else. So,
Please open your book to Coughlin's Law.
number 274.
Ramalama, Ramalama, Alabama, Alabama. It's as beautiful as it is true.
Oh my god.
Ring-a-ling, ring-a-ling, apple ding, apple ding. Oh, it's the greatest story ever told. And then the Tom came down and said, I will make money by playing pool.
And then someone said to him, "Give us a kiss, you sexy beast."
Praise him.
Praise the cruise. Oh my god. I'm crying.
It said I kind of want to see this actually be a legit thing.
Oh my god. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Like, I'd be upset if it wasn't.
I know, right?
So, Drew and Sherry go on an actual date to the Hollywood side while singing Waiting for a Girl Like You. And this marks the start of their relationship. Relationship.
Yep. It's the only song. It's one of the only songs that actually makes sense in the film.
Yes, this one actually
in terms of
does
placement.
make sense. Right. Yeah. So after that, we kind of just get like a montage of them in their relationship, which has only
It's only a week.
Yeah.
Because they keep saying Stacey Jax is coming here on Friday.
Right. They don't say what Friday. You just have to assume it's this coming Friday.
I would hope so. It's like 6 months.
Right.
But we haven't actually really talked about Stacey Jax yet.
Because he hasn't been that prevalent yet. Has he?
He had his intro scene where he's like in this rainforest room with a bunch of girls like on top of him.
And then he just drunkenly falls into the pool or whatever it is. Like, it's like a
Honestly, I just think this is how Tom Cruise is. I don't think he realized he was in the film.
Tom Cruise in this is so batshit.
I think this is just how he is by this point.
And every time he's on screen, I never know what
you
to
can't
make
look
of
away.
it. You can't look away. Like it's like I never know what to make of him. Like
he just has these incoherent ramblings.
Yes, I'm so dumbfounded every time he's on screen. Like, I feel like I just went through some like hyper trip.
I know. Like when he first gets to the bourbon room, he's talking about how he's gonna burn the place down because you can't hold the fire phoenix.
You can't contain the fire phoenix.
What does that mean?
What does that even mean?
I think if he does know he's in a film, he's playing it like he's trying to be Jack Sparrow.
He looks like it.
He does.
Oh my god. Huh.
What is this performance?
Who are you? Ugh. So, we get our montage of Drew and Sherry's relationship. I want to bring up the fact her name is Sherry. I was waiting the entire fucking movie for them to sing "Oh Sherry," one of my favorite songs, and they didn't do it.
By Steve Perry.
By Steve Perry. I love that song, and they didn't use it. You had the perfect opportunity. It was set up. It was nicely gift wrapped, handed to you.
Yeah, girl.
Oh, makes me angry. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a wasted opportunity.
Ugh. Anyway, so
can we also point out that Drew is writing a song for
Oh my
her.
God.
And it's not Oh Sherry, it's Don't Stop Believing. Newsflash, dipshit. Hang on, I'm pulling it up now. This takes place in 86, right?
Yes.
Don't Stop Believing was released in 81.
You're a little late there, bud.
You're a liar! I just keep expecting someone to like, hey, that's a Journey song.
Right, and there's no mention of Journey anywhere.
Hell, when Stacey Jacks hears it in the end of the film, because newsflash, of course they're gonna perform "Don't Stop Believing" at the end of the film. He has a look on his face like, "Hey, I think that's Steve Perry's song."
Oh my god. Yeah, so they kind of just ignore the fact that this song was already out by that time.
All right, what is this world?
I don't know. It's some weird like pseudo 80s world. And I'm just gonna
go on the record. I am sick to death of "Don't Stop Believing."
Oh my god, it's so overplayed.
I honestly don't like the song now. It's so overplayed. Like, Glee made this shit way too popular.
It was already popular before, but after Glee did it,
I felt like everyone was doing it.
Yeah, and Glee did it really well, I have to say.
It's a sad day when you say the Glee version of a song is better than anything else.
I wouldn't say it's better than the original.
No,
but
it's not. I didn't say that.
No, I was gonna say, but over any other interpretation of it,
the only song Glee has done better than the original is called "Run, Joey, Run."
Oh God!
I think that's the only song everyone just says, "Yeah, Glee did it better."
If you're not a Glee fan, then
hell, we can do a whole podcast of what's wrong with Glee.
God. Anyway, so they're leading up to
Stacey's performance,
and the opening band. I think they like canceled at the last minute or something like that.
Yes, they did.
So they need an opening act. So Sherry's like, "Hey, Drew can do it." And they are convinced to let Drew be the opening act.
Of course.
Of course. And this is where we get More Than Words / Heaven.
These songs don't work together.
No, I don't think
and except More Than Words was released in 1990, you dumb fuck!
This is supposed to be the 80s.
86! More Than Words is a 90s song! How do you fuck that up?
They didn't do their research, clearly.
Clearly not.
They just went, oh, well, that sounds good. Let's use that one.
Now, see, the only way that would actually make sense if you say, hey, Drew wrote More Than Words for Sherry. Now that would have worked.
Yeah.
Because it hadn't been released, because it's 1986, not 1990, you idiots. You morons. You fail. You lose. Good day, sir.
And some offhand waitress tells Sherry, like, oh, he's gonna get famous now and he'll leave you, basically.
Thanks, random bar waitress.
Right. Like, cool, thanks. You
I
added nothing.
A superfluous character deliver bad news since Moulin Rouge.
I mean, sitar player.
It's literally the same scene.
Yeah, it really is. And then we get our first real scene with Stacey Jacks.
It's the Fire Phoenix scene, and
it's the Fire Phoenix scene.
Throughout this film, Tom Cruise has a baboon with him that its name is Heyman.
Heyman.
Why does he have a baboon?
Because he's Stacey Jacks.
Oh, and I just want to point out the first scene we see of Tom Cruise, he's wearing assless chaps.
Oh, yes, he is. I
just think this is how Tom Cruise normally is.
I don't know what to make of this.
You can't look away, as we were saying. You can't.
It's like a bad train wreck.
It really is.
Like,
I'm disgusted, I'm repulsed, and I can't look away.
But I'm so intrigued.
You're just like wondering, all right, when is he going to start shooting up this place? Or when is he just going to start shooting up heroin? Oh my god, I think someone's going to die.
So the whole reason Stacey Jacks is at this bar is because this is the first place that he got a chance to perform because of Alec Baldwin's character Dennis. So he's coming back and performing as a favorite.
Staring down that muffin crawler like a motherfucker.
I'm ready for lunch. Oh, we didn't even talk about our favorite part!
Oh yes, much like our Miss Congeniality review where we discovered the Michael Caine line, it's all in the buttocks, don't I look pretty? Jeez. By the way, I would have loved to see Michael Caine in this as a, look at me, I'm a rock god, you know?
Oh my god.
Free love and all that jazz. Don't I look pretty?
I look pretty. Ugh. We have that moment with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, so, it's during the montage scene with Drew and Sherry. They're literally just having pizza and beers at the bar.
Yeah.
And Baldwin just kind of slides in. Doesn't walk in, he slides.
In between them, it says, you have to go back to work.
Just the look on his face, the side eye he's giving that craft service table again, and his tone of voice, it's like, that was an acting choice.
Right, like that was definitely a choice. But it's so glorious.
It is. It's bravo, sir. You had the best, worst line of the film.
Bravo.
Bravo. Magnifico.
So.
And at this point, I've suddenly realized I'm actually enjoying the film.
Yes, that at this point, this is kind of
this film. I don't know if it was. It's not a good film. Like,
no, not by any stretch.
Fails at direction throughout this entire film. Like, I don't understand. I think he just kind of said to himself, well, I did this and this with Hairspray and that worked. I'm just going to do the same thing with Rock of Ages.
Like, no.
Big star-studded cast list. The camera works kind of the same.
Yeah. But it doesn't work here.
The stars and the planets align for him for Hairspray. I'm just going to say that. But,
well, also,
my God, this man, it pretty much made a shitty 80s movie in the 2000s, in 2011.
But also with Hairspray, like, because, yes, it was already a production before the movie, but with Hairspray, these songs were written out with the intention of going with the story of the entire musical. So he didn't have to do anything with it, really.
True. That's very true. But again, I don't know if that was his intent. He made a shitty, glorious shit 80s movie in 2011.
Yeah. Or 2012, actually, is what it was.
Oh, I thought this movie came out in 2011.
It says released in 2012.
Oh. Okay, so in 2012.
Yeah. So, as Stacey Jacks is, like, getting to his dressing room, and he gets bombarded by this interviewer, who is Malin Akerman. And she asks him a bunch of, like, personal questions, and she's like, well, what's it like to be you? And this is where we get Wanted Dead or Alive.
Figures a washed-up douchebag would sing this.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of
makes sense. I say washed up, but Tom Cruise's career is not in the shitter.
Well, in this movie, it is. Like, he's...
Oh, in the movie, yeah,
Yeah. He's not quite a has-been, but he's getting there.
Oh, he is on the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely on the way. Oh, and I don't think we said, but the whole point of Stacey Jacks' like character arc or whatever is that he's going solo from his band. So
who is he trying to be here? Like I think he's trying to be a certain 80s rocker.
I think so too, but I don't know who.
This is definitely a play on someone or multiple people.
Yeah, like it has to be a parody of somebody, but I just don't know who.
But again, he's flipped it into trying to be Jack Sparrow.
Yep, that's just what it comes across as.
But instead of rum, he's drinking whiskey.
Constantly.
And instead of being an idiot savant, he's just an idiot.
Yeah, he's just an idiot. There's no like former wisdom to him. It's just idiocy. So next, So the entire time, like, Cruz is trying to get with Malin Ackerman. Ackerman? Sorry.
No, they start bonking away for no reason.
Yeah. Like, they sing, I Want to Know What Love Is. They don't even have sex.
No, they make it seem like they do, but when they're singing their song, they're still fully clothed.
Right. Like, they don't cut away to show, like, oh.
Like, I know dry humping exists, but they treat it like they went all the way, let's just say.
And they didn't.
No, they did not. Although it's funny when she licks his ear, Cruz gives her a look like, that's disgusting.
Why so many people like use their tongue in this movie?
Fetish movie, Annalise. Fetish film.
God.
But
I did like they try to portray Ackerman as this like tough reporter, like she's for the Rolling Stones.
But I do love when she runs out, she doesn't even bother getting dressed.
No, but like she folds immediately.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, and when she runs out of his dressing room or whatever it is, she doesn't even like, girl, you could have taken the time to put your clothes back on. No, she walks out in her underwear.
Can we also talk about how every time Cruz is around a woman, he's feeling them up?
Oh my God, yes.
I think this is how he cast his wives.
So
just plants one hand on the breast and you'll do.
Yeah, because when Stacey Jacks first arrives, it's during Wanted Dead or Alive. Sherry is like an ultra fan of Stacey Jacks.
Oh yeah.
She starts singing with him at the end, and he just puts his hand on her boob. You have a very heart.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Oh my God.
So he asks Sherry to go get some bottle of whiskey out of his limo, and she comes back and she drops it by accident. And they clean it up. I expected him to like scream at her. He was actually pretty nice about it.
Well, in the show, he's played as more of he's a douche. He's an asshole, and actually does have sex with Sherry in the play, from what I understand.
Yeah, but that is not the case in the movie.
Because I'm sure we don't want to make him too mean.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it was. I don't know. I kind of liked that they didn't make him scream at her because that's what I was expecting. But he accidentally like brushes her shoulder or something like that, and her shirt strap kind of falls down. So when she walks out of his dressing room, Drew is about to perform, by the way, and he's wanting her to be in the crowd.
This movie is so predictable. You know what's going to happen.
Right. Like Drew sees them walking out together and Sherry's fixing her shirt. So he assumes that they slept together. Like, douche, maybe just ask her.
And he's now just going to dump her, pursue fame and fortune. Everyone's going to be all sad, and then eventually they're going to meet up and get back together and blah, 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 blah.
It's predictable. But before this, Drew says that he has stage fright. That's why he hasn't really performed. So this anger from him thinking Sherry cheated on him lets him perform I Wanna Rock.
Yes.
And whatever.
I know, right? Whatever. Sure.
Whatever. I guess.
I prefer the SpongeBob version of this song. Thank you very much, Drew. Next.
Yeah. So Stacey Jacks finally comes out on stage and performs. And he said oh my goodness, I'm having a stroke. He performs Pour Some Sugar on Me, which during the song, Drew comes over to
honestly, I'm going to go on a tangent here. Just because this honestly proves how shitty of a musical taste our older brother has, because he preferred this version of the song and had it on his iPod back in the day.
Well, this is also one of his favorite songs in general.
It's not a good song to begin with.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Um,
But he had Tom Cruise singing it on his iPod.
Why?
Because Frankie's an idiot with no taste. No
But
culture.
but like we said, in the predictable fashion, Drew breaks up with Sherry, and then she quits the bar, and she's like, "Tell Lonnie tell Dennis I quit." And then he goes and quits.
Everyone's quitting. I think they just walked off the set. I think this is the last day of shooting saying, "Yeah, we quit.
We're done.
We're done."
And then, or I'm sorry, before that, Paul Giamatti tries to make a deal with Drew to be a star, which of course he takes.
Oh my god, I got a sneeze coming.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But when they're quitting, Baldwin doesn't care. He's just staring at that apple fritter.
He goes, "This is the best night of my life."
Have you tried the hash browns?
They're divine. He's ready for their lunch break. He's been ready since
he got in the building.
Yeah. So, Sherry walks out and she starts singing "Heart in My Heart."
Again, the only other song that actually works.
Right. So she kind of collapses on the sidewalk.
Oh no, it's raining. By the way, this is the most rain California will ever get.
Right. Like, it does not rain that much in California, let alone LA. But she collapses on the sidewalk. And this is where we get the amazingly talented Mary J. Blige.
Is she the owner of this strip club? Like, what is she?
Yes, I believe she's the owner.
But needless to say, Sherry decides to work at a strip club.
Yeah.
A tale as old as time. You go to LA looking for stardom, end up in a strip club.
But she's also, they're both singing "Heart in My Heart," and then it goes into "Shadows of the Night," which is a good song. I don't know. I like all the songs in this movie, but yeah. Essentially, she becomes a stripper.
Oh yeah. Well, she starts off as a waitress. Then she's like, "Listen, you got to get on that stage.
You got to make money."
Because they're literally trying to make the stripper life glamorous.
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do for your money. I don't care how you do it.
Mm-hmm.
No shame.
Yeah. And we're in another montage. So we go from "Heart in My Heart" and "Shadows of the Night" to "Here I Go Again."
Okay, but seriously though, what is up with this and Rent where these aren't that bad of strip clubs?
Right, like this is pretty upscale strip club.
Both Sherry and Mimi work at pretty upscale strip clubs, despite the fact that they are poor.
Right. So,
like, what do you spend? Well, I know what Mimi was spending her money on.
We know what Mimi was spending her money on, but I don't. So, we talked about this when we first watched it. We don't know if she's saving up to go home or like what.
Yeah, like, I mean, let's be honest. If you go to a strip club and you see a girl that looks like Julianne Hough, as your
big bucks.
Yeah, she's not going home without making some big dollars.
Right. I don't know.
So again, is she just saving it all up for rent and to go home?
I guess. That's my thought on that. So we get another conversation. Oh, I'm sorry. So Paul Giamatti comes back and collects the money for Stacy's performance. And Alec Baldwin's like, whoa, you said this was a freebie.
If I could describe Paul Giamatti's character in one word, it is greasy.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. So then they have Brand and Baldwin have another conversation. It's like, we have no money. Like, we're going to get shut down.
Pretty much Russell Brand and Alec Baldwin's conversation just boiled down to it's the same conversation 3 times.
Yes, completely. But then this time it's different because they sing "Can't Fight This Feeling" and they start a gay romance.
I still buy their romance more than Jade and David.
I agree with that. I completely agree.
You think after the kiss, Baldwin asked Brand to share in a short stack of pancakes? Just saying.
Just saying.
So Drew is now working with Paul Giamatti, and to become the newest rock sensation. However, rock is pretty much dead, but this pop thing, that's the future.
Yeah. So they're trying out different brands for him and everything to just see what's going to fit and what's going to make him the most popular while
So they settle on the white boys from down the street.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's not what they're actually called. They're called the Z Guys. Double the Z, double the E, double the flavor. That is actually really fun to say. I'm not gonna lie. I literally, after we watched it, the next day I went to work, I was just saying that to myself. Like, it's just so fun to say.
And
needless to say, I got some pretty strange looks at work. I just no, I'm just rehearsing for my podcast, which proceeded to give me even more stranger looks.
And the song during this is Any Way You Want It, which I don't know. I guess I think that kind of fits because they're changing him for the record deals.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We discovered there are 3 songs that work.
3 songs that. Yeah. 3.
Can we get a 4? We'll find out.
We'll find out. Probably not.
Yeah, it's pretty much Drew's selling out to become in a boy band, and Sherry's becoming a stripper.
Yeah. So our next song is Undercover Love, which honestly I don't remember this one.
Don't remember this one. Yeah. Oh no, this is an original song for the Z Guys.
Oh, the Z Guys.
It's pretty much just a generic New Kids on the Block song.
Yeah. So
honestly, I'm surprised they didn't just make them sing "Hanging Tough."
They should have done
rough.
They should have done a New Kids song.
They should have. Like you're stealing songs from left and right. Might as well just get a New Kids song in there.
I say, do like Step by Step or something.
That's the 90s. And oh wait, no, time doesn't matter anymore. So yeah, they could have.
Yeah, time is irrelevant here.
They should have done the right stuff.
The right stuff.
Why do we know so many New Kids on the Block songs?
Well, I actually saw New Kids on the Block in concert. So.
I'm more of an NSYNC connoisseur. Thank you very much.
Oh, I love NSYNC.
Fell asleep to their live show. One of my finest achievements.
You were a baby.
I was a child. I wasn't a baby. I was like 6 years old.
Oh my gosh. And you fell asleep to NSYNC.
I am very proud of that, honestly. It takes a heavy amount of sleep.
So now Drew has finally had his like moment of clarity where he's like, listen, this is not
about the music, man. What have I become?
Man. I lost Sherry, and then
I lost the music.
My
plagiarized music.
So we get Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
I hate this song.
Do you really?
I don't like Every Rose Has Its Thorn. It's not a good song.
Nah, I could take it or leave it. Every rose has its thorn.
And I think we get the best song in the film.
Rock You Like a Hurricane. Yes,
which was cut in the theatrical version.
So Stacey
Jackson, because by God, we need an excuse to get Julianne Hough in a bikini and dance. Apparently,
yeah. She's a phenomenal dancer.
Oh
she's
God,
a phenomenal dancer. But Stacey Jacks comes to the strip club that she's working at and picks her out.
Does he pick her out because she looks like Malin Ackerman?
I don't know.
That's what I assumed it was. Or does he remember who she was?
That's what I had thought at first, but they don't play it like he remembers her.
Absolutely not.
So I'm not sure.
Nor does she have a freak out that it's Stacey Jacks.
Right. Like, I don't know. It's very weird.
It is. But it's also really sad when Tom Cruise proves that he's the better pole dancer than Julianne Hough.
Goes on the pole.
I like to dance.
Why
is he not wearing the assless chaps in this scene?
Why is he not running in this movie?
He doesn't run in this. You're right.
Yeah.
Bucktooth Gremlins. We found another one.
Which one did he? What was the other one he didn't run in?
Tropic Thunder, and he doesn't run in in Eyes Wide Shut.
Oh, yeah, we found another one.
We got another one!
But Stacy Jacks is depressed. He didn't want... I guess he is upset that Paul Giamatti took the money from...
Yes, and he fired Paul Giamatti.
Yes, and pissed on him.
This is 100-year-old scotch. You're not going to pour that on me. I would never. Zip.
And then pisses on him.
Honestly, I thought he was going to have the monkey piss on him.
And then, you're fired.
Well, it's more dignified than when Elvis tried to fire the Colonel.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either.
Elvis was actually pretty good, except Austin Butler is still Elvis for some reason.
No, I think he's like trying to get rid of the accent now.
Because he lost the Oscar. I think the Academy just decided if we let him win this, he's just going to be doing this the rest of his life. We gotta do this boy a favor.
He's going to be Elvis forever. Oh my god.
But also, if I'm like, haha, our boy Brendan Fraser won. Nah, 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 nah.
But
I've been waiting to do that joke for at least a couple episodes now. Why I decided to do it in musical March, I have no idea. I don't really care. It's my show. I can do whatever I want.
But as they're about to, like, I guess they were going to have sex. I don't know.
I think they probably would have had she not, like, listen, this isn't good.
She was like, this isn't what we both want. Or we both don't want this or something like that.
Had he just shown up a couple of days, they probably would have.
Right. So, but like, girl, you just completely blew all of that money. There was a ton of money sitting on, like, the count on the table.
I don't think he was paying her for sex.
Then what was he paying her for?
Just a private show.
Oh, maybe.
So still, I don't know if she took the money.
I don't think she did.
I think it was like 15 grand he put on the table.
It was something.
It was a lot.
It was a lot.
Again, I'm pretty sure that's how Tom gets his wives.
Oh my god, that's bad.
15 grand.
Marry me now.
On a pole, and he's also on the pole.
I can't believe
hanging on the pole like Spider-Man.
Great, it's great. So Stacy is supposed to perform again. I
have a gig.
I have a gig, but he's looking for.
I'm bartending tonight. By the way, can we just fucking say you have Tom Cruise in a bar and no cocktail reference?
Yeah, come on.
Fuck you. Fuck you. It's right there in front of you.
Gift wrapped.
Gift fucking around. Not even a Coughlin cameo.
No.
He's not doing anything.
Bring him in.
Just have him be in the background as the bartender.
Or like something like where, yeah.
Give him
like,
a cigarette.
Have him like, it would have been perfect. Have him at the bar serving drinks and then he sees Stacy Jacks and looks, is like, oh?
Husband's Law.
What was his name in that?
Brian Flanagan.
And so he looks up at the bar, sees Stacy Jacks. He's like, Flanagan?
No, he calls Flanagan. It's like, you're not going to believe it. There's an idiot that looks just like you.
Oh my god.
I'm watching the end of a man's career.
So the next song is We Built This City and We're Not Gonna Take It, which is...
Again, Russell just kind of shows up.
He just shows up.
Russell, this was only supposed to be We're Not Gonna Take It. We built this city on rock and roll.
Yep.
Where's my hammer and needle?
I had to sneeze. Excuse me. So, yeah, Catherine Zeta-Jones is back after like an hour.
Yeah, her plot just vanishes.
The plot completely drops, and oh, wouldn't you know, she was Stacy Jacks' old girlfriend.
More like a groupie.
Groupie, whatever.
Yeah. And you want to know how they figured out?
How?
Russell Brand just kind of remembers, oh wait, she's on this record case.
I know
that I own most of my life. I probably looked at it every day and I didn't put two and two together. But what do you expect? On Russell Brand, I'm America's used tampon. Or should I say England's used tampon?
Oh my god. So Stacy finally shows up after not knowing he had a gig, but he was looking for Malin Ackerman.
I love when he calls the guy from Rolling Stone asking where Cinderella is, and this guy is totally freaked. Like, am I gonna die? You might. Die. What?
So he knows that she's gonna be there, so he like goes on his motorcycle to the bar, and reunites kind of with Catherine Zeta-Jones, and she just goes complete groupie. Like, and this is what I'm talking about. Like her tongue. Like everybody uses their tongue in this movie.
Fetish movie.
So there's that. In between this and our last song,
the monkey punches out Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, the monkey punches out Paul Giamatti. Drew performs, quote unquote, performs with his boy band.
Double the Z, double the E, double the flavor, double the suckage.
They get booed off the stage.
What the fuck was Drew thinking? Like, wait, why would he go along with? He booked him at the Bourbon Room.
The Bourbon. I couldn't remember.
The 80s hair metal capital.
Right.
Why would you think that's a good idea to go along with that? Like, maybe we should go to a different venue. I hear Chuck E. Cheese is booking.
Ugh, it's bad. But Drew and Sherry get back together, of course.
Because of course they do. Because they, for the power of Journey.
Yeah. And so Stacey Jacks gets with this interviewer lady. What even is her name? Her name?
Constance.
Yes, her name is Constance. So they get together in a very bizarre scene. Like
they have no chemistry.
No, not at all. But
no one has chemistry in this film.
No, they're
really all like Alec Baldwin may be looking at the craft service table after each take, but every actor is looking at the grip holding their paychecks. Alec Baldwin got paid in food, everyone else got actually paid.
Exactly.
Priorities.
But so when he's trying to get to Constance, he walks into the Bourbon Room, sees her, points at her, and just keeps walking towards her. And then
it is actually a pretty funny scene where this girl just runs off and starts making out, and he's like, listen.
And he puts up a 1 second finger to Constance. It's like,
he's like, give me a second.
It's like, you're gonna keep making out with her? You're trying to.
And he looks like, he's like, you wouldn't believe how often this happens.
Yeah, honestly.
Actually, pretty funny.
And then they get together, and then they perform "Don't Stop Believin'," which, again, this is a Journey song.
That was released almost 5 years ago.
Right.
But he wrote it.
But Drew wrote it. So then it cuts. So they're in the Bourbon Room performing, and then it cuts to they're on a big stage with Tom Cruise.
At Dodger Stadium.
They're at Dodger Stadium, and they're the band. Tom Cruise's band's name is Arsenal.
I thought Drew's is supposedly called Wolfgang von Colt, but they address him as Wolfgang von Colt. By the way, Wolfgang von Colt is a shitty name for a band.
It's really bad.
What do you expect from someone with no original thought as Drew?
True. So everybody is in the crowd except obviously for
Yay, we're all here singing along.
Right. We all.
And by the way, they all have terrible seats. They all have terrible seats except for Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah. Well, because she was the ultimate groupie. And why is she wearing that?
I don't know.
She looks like a Lady Gaga.
She looks like she looks like a suburban middle-aged house mom wanting to be cool.
Yes, that's exactly what she looks like. So then
I'm hip. I'm with it.
Yeah. So it pans over to Constance, and she's with Heyman, and she's pregnant. So they're still together. So
that's the best acting I've seen throughout. Honestly, Molly has the best acting throughout the movie. She has to actually pretend she wants to have sex with Tom Cruise. That's not an easy feat.
Oh my god. But that, like, this concert closes out the end of this closes out the movie. Which, I guess.
Movie's over. Good night, everyone. No refunds.
Like, like I wasted 2 hours of my life for this?
This was 2 hours.
Is it? I thought it was.
It's 123 minutes.
It's 2 hours and 16 minutes.
Okay, thank you. I'm not good with the maths.
No math.
Ah.
So I guess, yeah, let's go into final thoughts then. I'll go first. So this movie's stupid. This movie's really, really stupid. However, I really had a good time with it. I really enjoyed it. I love 80s music, so I was for it. Like, I loved it, and I was singing along to every song, and I had a lot of fun with it. Would I say this is a great movie? No, of course not, and it's not a great show, but I liked it. Anthony?
Is it my turn? This
Yes.
movie's shit. This movie's shit. Nothing was done right, but that's what makes it so enjoyable. This is glorious 80s shit without actually being from the 80s.
Yes.
Which I know was not the intent of the filmmakers or the actors, but
No,
they
not
did
at all.
it. They did it. The music, the singing and the music is just so bland. It's
really
not
is.
bad. It's just bland. You're gonna forget it right after you walk out of the movie.
Yes, I completely agree.
This is not something you're gonna be putting on a playlist anytime soon.
No, the only
You're actually gonna want to hear the original song.
right, and like we said earlier, the only performance that is amazing was Mary J. Blige, because it's Mary J. Blige.
That's why we barely talk about it, because they don't give her anything to do in the film. But when she does sing, she's phenomenal, because she's Mary J. Blige. She's a diva.
Diva. But that like, you can't say anything about her because
Tom Cruise is the best thing in the film, and I don't even think he's acting.
No, I don't think so at all.
I don't think Russell Brand was supposed to be on set.
He was wandering around aimlessly.
Oh, look, cameras!
Alec Baldwin, of course, was looking for the snack table. And that's
really it.
That's it.
This is pretty much a drunk bar karaoke film. That's what this is. Your dad got drunk at the local pub and performed at karaoke.
Yep.
No, not even your dad. Your parents got drunk at the local bar for karaoke night. That's this film.
I completely agree. I completely agree with that statement because that's exactly what it is.
The song choices, and I'm just sitting here like, where was the regular heavy metal? Where was my Dio? Where was my Ozzy?
Right. Like, these songs
It's 80s hair metal. It's 80s hair metal.
Right.
And no Van Halen?
Right. Like, nothing of what it actually should have been. These songs don't make sense. We pointed out 3 songs that make sense in a narrative way, and that's it. It's a 2-hour movie. You need to have more structure.
I'm still bitter that they didn't put Van Halen in this.
Yes. No, they should have. Or like,
although I should be counting my blessings because they probably ruined one of their songs.
They should, like, Van Halen, Metallica,
Anthrax, Megadeth, Slayer, Judas Priest.
At least some, like, AC/DC or something.
It's just 80s hair metal, which, again, I guess that's a choice. Whitesnake? Oh, Whitesnake is in this. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I forgot Here I Go Again was in this song.
Yeah. It's like, just give us more.
Hell, you could have seriously... I love how they say pop is what's going to be big, and that's so true, because they're all like, rock and roll forever, until grunge comes along, guys. Yeah. Give it a year or two.
But I mean, it's accurate because pop was giant.
It still is. I mean, let's be honest. Traditional rock and roll is gone from mainstream.
Yeah, from mainstream.
This is why I don't listen to the mainstream. Thank you.
Okay, you hipster.
Fuck yeah.
But with that, I think we can wrap up and kiss goodbye musical march.
We can't end it like this. We can't.
How are we going to end it?
We're talking about musicals, and we have yet to talk about the one musical that we know by heart, Annalise. How can we end this without bringing up the one show?
You don't mean Phantom
Obvious joke set up.
Yeah. You're supposed to know what the
It's
flow.
closing next month. I say we just fucking do it.
All right. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, we're decided and we're going to do Phantom of the Opera.
Not
boy, we got to
Phantom
hear
of Paradise.
I'd rather watch Phantom of the Paradise. At least people can sing in that. We got to deal with Gerard Butler.
Oh, you want to do the actual movie?
Why not?
Why not? Oh, Lord.
We will be back next week with Phantom of the Opera.
Pray for us.